Alright guys, we are outside of the house and this is officially the first day that we have the GLI running. So we are currently still on the base map without fueling mods, so stock pumps essentially. I was told that I'm okay to drive the car, just, you know, don't push it or anything, and I said okay, because I want to drive the car a little bit, make sure everything is good. Gonna clear all my codes first, see which ones come back. Front bumper's not plugged in or hooked up or anything, so we're probably gonna get some codes and stuff. But yeah, this is what we're rocking today. Obviously, I do want to get the pumps in, and I have the base map for that setup, but honestly, my shoulder is like really hurting. And I tried to install the high pressure fuel pump earlier, and I just, like, my shoulder was giving out. So I think I pulled something when I was doing the turbo. It is what it is. So I'm gonna just take a break today. We're gonna go drive the car a little bit, make sure everything's good. Got some coolant with me. Guess we'll get into it. I don't have my microphone on, so I hope you guys can bear with me on this audio quality. Hopefully it's not too terrible. I'm just happy that the GLI is running again. I also did bring a 7mm for one of the charge pipe clamps that is not on all the way, and I know I'm terrible for that, but it's okay. So I'm gonna actually clear the codes real quick. We've got about 47 different error codes right now for my front bumper not being plugged in with all those sensors. So hopefully there's no like engine codes, O2 sensor. Okay, that's unplugged. All right. That right there is what I call creativity. So hopefully that'll stay. All right, let's get going. Oh my God. This sounds... Holy what? Oh my God. The turbo is so loud. Like, what the heck? I'm only at like 2,000 RPM or so. Man, that is loud. Wow. Holy cow. Alright, well, I severely f***ed up. I don't drive without your front bumper on without removing your fender liner, because apparently this will happen to you too. So, yeah, I heard like a whack noise, and I thought it was like one of my charge pipes that came off, because this one's, you know, slightly off even though it's technically connected. And then I heard this. I'm just really glad I didn't hit the belt, because it was so close to getting that belt. Anyhow, I have some zip ties from my like VW kit. So I'm gonna just try to zip tie this out the way. Once we get to the shop, we'll cut this. Yep, the more you know. More you know. So we got this zip tied right here. And then we also zip tied it right up in here. Just so that way, at least hopefully make it to the shop. Look, like I've said 1,000 times, I'm not a mechanic. I don't work on cars. I don't work with cars. I just like cars, and I don't know everything. So my mistakes are for you to learn from. Be careful of that. I guess I'll be ordering new fender liner. Well, we made it back to the house. It has been a long day. We made it back in one piece. Obviously, I had to cut the fender liner, which will get replaced. I'm not too worried about that, but lesson learned, you know, definitely bolt in your fender liner. I ended up zip tying it like I showed y'all. It's fine for right now. I'm not gonna be driving the car too much more right now. I just wanna make sure everything was good initially. Obviously, still gotta install the fuel pumps, and once we do that, start getting some revisions on our tune. It's, man, this whole install process has been a time-consuming learning adventure, to say the least. You know, I'm not really a mechanic by any means. I work on a computer. Prior to it, I mean, the biggest job I've done is the lowering springs and like the brake swap really. So it was a huge endeavor, but I will say I learned a lot about the car, kind of just how the whole system works together and the engine and everything. And I definitely don't regret it. It's also a lot cheaper than paying someone to do it, which was one of the big reasons I did it. You know, I would say to any of you guys that are looking to do this type of work and are nervous about it, it's really not that bad. It's a learning curve, but by the time you are halfway through it, like it's like, oh wow, this makes a lot of sense. You know, doing the intercooler really gave me the confidence to do the turbo, and by the time I got the turbo out, I was like, okay, I can put this back in. I'm really happy with how the car turned out. It seems like everything's going well. From what I can tell, we're not leaking anything. So overall, I would say it's been a very successful install. There were several points where I was like, man, I'm like on the fence of giving up right now. And I was like, I just, you know, asked for help from people that are more experienced than me. And I think that's really what made the difference, you know, getting opinions on how people do this job differently. Some people go through like the trans tunnel and drop the subframe, take the turbo out from the bottom. I learned that some people, you know, remove the oil drain line off the block, like from the right side, from the left side, from through the tunnel. There's just so many different ways to do it. You just got to figure out, you know, what's the right way to go about it for you when you get caught up on something. Obviously, you don't have a lift. We were on jack stands, and so that made it a little bit more challenging, but nonetheless, I mean, it was definitely feasible. I think that's all for today. I'm gonna go get ready to leave here soon, so yeah, y'all have a good one. Enjoy the weekend, if it's the weekend for you. If not, let's get through the week, and catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.